Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session for the 2025 CLIA Global Cruise Line webinar series. We're excited to be joining you today with Azamara Cruises. My name is Johanna de Guzman, and I'm the Manager of Industry Relations for North American Travel Trade Membership here at CLIA. Before we dive into today's presentation, I want to quickly cover a few housekeeping items. We encourage you to engage actively by submitting your questions through the webinar's questions module, and if time permits, we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation during the live Q&A session. For those of you who might miss today's live session or want to review the content later, this webinar is being recorded and will be available on CLIA's YouTube channel, CLIA Global. It is my pleasure to introduce your presenter, Lori Goldspiel. Lori is the Assistant Vice President of Sales, West and National Accounts at Azamara Cruises. With over 40 years of experience in the cruise industry, Lori brings extensive expertise and a passion for delivering exceptional travel experiences. She plays a vital role in driving Azamara's sales growth and fostering strong partnerships across the Western U.S. and national accounts. Lori is known for her deep industry knowledge and dedication to providing personalized, immersive cruise journeys that exemplify Azamara's unique destination immersion approach. And with that, take it away, Lori.
Thank you so much, Joanna, and it's great to be here with all of you. I know how busy you all are, so I really appreciate you taking the time to learn more about Azamara Cruises. So as Joanna mentioned, she dated me. I've been in the industry for 40 amazing years, but I've been with Azamara for a little over 17 years, and we've been delivering destination immersive experiences from the beginning. That's our DNA. We are a very special product, and I am proud to be here today to teach you all about why Azamara. What's different about Azamara? There are a lot of different cruise brands that you can sell, but we want you to start alphabetically, and that's with Azamara, with that A. Smaller ships, immersive itineraries, over 370 different ports of call. Late night stays and overnights, that means you're in the port past 8 p.m. The majority of our itineraries have overnight stays. It really is your boutique hotel at sea. Specialty voyages such as Perry Gulf, Monaco Grand Prix, Carnival in Rio. Country intensive itineraries where you can do one country at a time, or you can do a back-to-back voyage and visit more than one country. We started our world cruises in 2024, and they've been doing phenomenal. So our beautiful fleet of Floor, they're all sister ships. We have the Azamara Journey, the Azamara Pursuit, the Azamara Quest, and the Azamara Onward. 700 guests, 408 crew that we consider to be our onboard family. 30,000 tons, and all 4 ships were refurbished in 2024. Now, many of you will know at one point we were part of Royal Caribbean. And when we were part of Royal Caribbean and Azamara started, we had 2 ships, the Azamara Journey and the Azamara Quest. When we were part of RCG, it took us 10 years to get our 3rd ship, and that was with the Azamara Pursuit. We were sold in 2021, and when Sycamore Partners bought us, they bought us our 4th ship. So Sycamore Partners bought us to build us and grow us. And now we have as our leader, last May she joined us. We all know Dondra Ritzenthaler, who is our amazing CEO, taking us to the next level. Always Azamara. So always included a variety of different dining venues, 24-hour room service, complimentary beer, wine, and standard spirits all day and all night when the bars are open, our signature Azamazing evenings that I'm going to talk through a little bit later, unlimited self-serve laundry, so you don't have to bring your laundry soap or anything like that. This is fantastic because many of our itineraries are a little bit longer, so it's nice to have that included, and tips and gratuities. always expected overnights and extended destination days, which means over 10 hours in that port, so that you can get immersed with the people and the culture of that destination. No hassles, no crowds, and warm, personalized, attentive service where you feel like you're at home. When we look at this value proposition and you look at it based on a 10-night cruise, that's about $4,500 in value adds. So at Azamara, our heart and our soul is our onboard family. And boy, being on over 200 plus cruises in my career and for vacation, I have never seen a team better than our Azamara team. And I could not be prouder. I had the opportunity to sail on vacation in June where I went to Scotland. My first time ever doing a 12-night cruise, and it was wonderful. Came home for a few days and then got on board to escort a group to Croatia. And I told my boss, my fearless leader, when I retire someday, I'm going to be a social host on Azamara. I did not want to get off the ship. So I love my onboard family, and so do our guests. And it shows in our repeat rate because our repeat rate is close to 50% and climbing. We sail all over the world, all 7 continents. And when I look at our friendly competitors, because we are all friends and we all offer a great, great product, but Azamara wins in the late night stays. 37% are late night past 8 p.m. and over 50% are late night and overnight. We want to get our clients, your clients, closer to the city center. And I'm going to show you a few examples. Now, I love this example in Bordeaux. I've never been to Bordeaux, but I'm looking at my vacation for next June, and I'm going to take a cruise where it's a double overnight in Bordeaux. What's so wonderful about this is when Azamara goes to Bordeaux, most ships are docking in La Rochelle. We go right up the river and we dock right in the city center. For those ships that cannot do this, it is a 4-hour drive round trip. Here's one of our amazing itineraries that is coming up next week. It's a 10-night France intensive, and it's in Rouen, Paris, and it's also got an overnight in Bordeaux. So a fabulous itinerary that we will do again in 2026 and in 2027. Seville, Spain, an amazing area. I love Spain. So for Azamara, we dock right in the city center of Seville, which is fantastic. And I remember being in Spain last year, and I was chatting with some guests in port, and they did that 3-hour drive round trip, which did not sound fun for me. And on our itinerary, which is again coming up this September, but we'll be doing it again in 2026, this is an amazing itinerary where you overnight in Bordeaux. We do a little bit of Spain, Lisbon, which is one of my favorite ports. And we have a double overnight in Seville. We're in Gibraltar, Malaga, Cartagena, Valencia, and back into Barcelona. Azamara owns the Med. Our Mediterranean itineraries are fantastic. And here's a few for 2026. Seville, Malaga, and Valencia. 10 nights, 8 ports, and 2 overnights. Again, your boutique hotel at sea. Our France intensive, Saint-Tropez, Provence, and Nice. April 25th of 2026. 7 nights, 8 ports, 1 overnight. We've got the Med in Italy and France, 11 nights and 11 ports. It would be nice to have 1 day at sea, but this is a fantastic itinerary. Northern and Western Europe. Our Baltic cruise, which is Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, on the Azamara journey, July 9th of 2026. 11 nights, 10 ports, 1 overnight. the Azamara Quest, Scotland, England, and Wales. After just returning from Scotland, the scenery, the people, just amazing. So this is a fantastic itinerary with 13 nights, 9 ports, and 4 overnights. And it was great because I was in a lot of ports this year in June, and Invergordon, Leith, Greenock. It was just gorgeous. And Dublin. So you get a little sampling of everything here. Our Mediterranean voyage, including North Africa, Portugal, Morocco, and Italy, 18 nights. We are finding that people are cruising longer, 16 ports and 3 overnights. Now, this is in November of 2026. So we are now doing winter in the Med. And what does that mean for all of you and your clients? Not as crowded, not in the heat. Your airfare is going to be better. And winter in the Med is going to be perfect for groups that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. We are so excited. In 2026, we are being back in Alaska. We have not done Alaska since 2019, so we're really, really excited about this. Immersive destination experience, unique shore excursions. Our smaller ships give you more access and generous amount of time in port. We're going to be doing 7 open jaw cruises from Whittier to Vancouver and Vancouver to Whittier. 11 Alaskan ports and 3 ports of call in British Columbia. 7 hours or longer in each port, and every itinerary has Hubert Glacier. We are also offering cruise tours. So you can do a 2, 4, 5, and 6 night cruise tour for pre and post. And when you're doing the cruise tour, you're getting your full commission on the cruise and land. And we take care of everything. We are partnering with Rocky Mountain and Premier Alaska. Now, as I mentioned, we are seeing that clients are booking further out, and we are seeing that our guests want longer. All of our voyages can be booked as back-to-back, but we have also put together many grand voyages, and some are 44 nights. So take a look at that. We have our 2026 World Cruise. We have our 2027 World Cruise. And soon we're going to be announcing our 2028 World Cruise. So for 2027, 188 nights, 37 countries, 15 exclusive events, 65 late night and overnights, and over $40,000 worth of exclusions. For complete details of the World Cruise, you just need to go to our Connect site for flyers and also the different segments. Segment 1 is going to be from San Francisco to Hawaii and Tahiti. Segment 2, and a lot of clients will do the World Cruise and invite friends on the segments. So again, there are 12 different segments of our World Cruise. So when you're thinking of a World Cruise, think of Azamara. We're doing a lot of cool new things at Azamara. And part of that is our recent upgrades to our suite life. Now, for vacation, I was fortunate to have one of our continent suites, and it was a wonderful experience. So when you're looking at selling Azamara and you've got those luxury clients, you want to look at the suites. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the different types of accommodations. We have our World Odor suites, we have our Ocean suites, and we have our Spa suites, which are our top suite categories. The Club World Suite, 603 square feet. The veranda is 233 square feet. You've got a separate living room, separate bathroom, in addition to your gorgeous Sleeping accommodations, look at that bed. And our mattresses, our linens, they are amazing. The spa suite is one of my favorites. We only have two. It sells really fast and much further out. At Azamara, we sell from the top down. And what I love about this suite is the sunken bathtub, the spa amenities. So some of our new suite inclusions for our top suites. We are now including for voyages from April 2026 on unlimited beverage package, unlimited Starlink, laundry. Yes, we have self-serve laundry for those that want to do it on their own, but your butler will be doing your laundry and taking that out. Our exclusive Azamara experience, which is our 5-course meal paired with different wines, and that is hosted by our executive team on board, captain and his officers. Full in-suite dining and daily evening hors d'oeuvres, complimentary specialty dining and exclusive breakfast at Aquilina, in-room premium spirits and champagne, and in our spa area in the front, we have our thalassotherapy pool, so you have private access to that. Personal assistance for planning spa appointments and shore excursions, priority check-in, news delivery, luxurious cotton bedding, linens with duvet, terry cloth bathrobes, 24-hour room service, your Azamara tote bag, shoe sign service, pressing of your garments, and turn-down treats. Now our continent suites. I love our continent suites. They are beautiful, they're spacious, they're almost 300 square feet, not including the veranda. And half of them have a walk-in shower, which you see in this room here, and half of them have a bathtub. And you are able to see that when you book in Res A or when you call our Res Center. And I only really want to point that out because when you have older clients, sometimes the bathtub has a high lift going into it. So our inclusions for our continented suites. Priority check-in. All of our suites come with butler service, so they're there to assist you with any needs, unpacking and packing, dedicated concierge service for personal guidance and reservations, daily delivery of news bulletins, shoe sign service, luxurious robes and slippers. And now we have expanded bath amenities, La Lique, which is wonderful. In our standard staterooms, we now have Elemis. And I am a product person, so I'm very, very happy with these upgrades. 1 bottle of sparkling wine, 2 bottles of spirit from the sweet liquor menu, mini bar setup with beer and soft drinks, Starlink internet for 1 device, and 2 complimentary laundry bags per stateroom. So now we're going to get onto the food on Azamara. Our beautiful ships have fantastic food, and we've been doing a lot in upgrading the menus and the creativity, so I'm excited to share that with all of you today. We have our main dining room, which is Discoveries. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we also have brunch typically available on one of the days on your voyage. It is open seating. It's country club casual. Mosaic Cafe is where you'll go in the morning for a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. You can have a little snack, little quiches, little sandwiches. Windows Cafe is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in the evening, we theme it. It could be an Italian night, an Indian night, a seafood night. The patio is our casual dining, located by the pool. During the day for lunch, they will be things as nachos, chicken wings, cauliflower wings, they call it now, seared ahi wraps. And in the evening, it's tableside service, and it's wonderful. What we're doing in the Discoveries dining room now is we have a set menu on one side, and then we have the middle menu that changes every day, and we have a destination entree. So we're bringing in the local cuisine, which is fantastic. We have gluten-free. We have vegetarian. If there's a special need, let us know in advance. Now our two specialty restaurants. Prime C is our steak and seafood restaurant. It's one of my favorites. The ribeye steak, the creamed spinach, and the warm donut holes. And then Aquilina is Italian and it's wonderful too. It's $49.95 if you're not in a suite. But we also have dining packages available. And these are great that you can go online in advance and purchase these dining packages. Whether it's the table for 3, the table for 4, chef's table is our 5-course meal paired with different wines. And again, all the different dining packages are available on our website, and your clients can buy them on board. When I was just on vacation, I was able to experience the Azamara experience. So that's a picture of the menu that's customized. You have the menu, and on the back you have the guests that you're dining with. So I'm right here, and then I have our amazing team in the back that hosted this huge table, and we met guests from all over the world, and it was great. I met people that have never sailed on Azamara. Maybe they sailed on Regent, maybe they sailed on Seabourn, Silver Sea. We attract all from land, from other cruise lines, and they look at Azamara because of our amazing itineraries, and then they come back again and again because they fell in love with the service and the onboard experience with our onboard family. So this was a wonderful, wonderful dining experience. That was my favorite waiter, and here's some of the favorite little appetizers: the lobster salad, the seared ahi, Chateaubriand, and the wonderful desserts. And that's our amazing chef. He was there at the Azamara experience, which is for our top guests, and he was also there when I did the chef's table with some friends, which is a wonderful dining experience. So raise your glass with our beverage packages. Now, as I mentioned, standard spirits are included. If you have high-end clients that want to have top shelf liquors, we do sell beverage packages. Our premium package is $31.95 per person per day, and our ultimate is $39.95 per person per day. I don't buy a beverage package, and what's nice is not both in the stateroom need to buy it. When I sail with my husband, he will buy it. I know on many other brands, both have to do it, but on Azamara, just one. And again, standard spirits are included. Our ships are small, but there's a lot to do on board. It's a lively ship. The gym is great. We offer fitness classes, yoga, spin, Pilates, and our spa. I love our spa experience. Our public rooms and lounges. We have the Cabaret Lounge, where we'll have our entertainment in the evening, and we've recently enhanced and upgraded our entertainment experience with a lot of local entertainment. Recently, I was in Venice, and we had opera singers come on board. It was wonderful. The shows are fantastic. This is Destination 2.0. The living room is on deck 12. You've got the best view at sea, and also dancing in the evening and wine and tapas every afternoon from 4 to 7. We don't have casinos on board. We spend so much time in port that we felt like it was wasted space. So years ago, we took the casinos out, and we have the den area, and this is lively and happening. We have a piano player, people are singing, dancing, having great craft cocktails. It's wonderful. So on 3 of the ships, we have the drawing room, which is our library, and it's wonderful. That's where I had the Azamara experience. And on the Azamara Onward, we have the Atlas Bar, which is specialty cocktails and tapas. On the other ships, since we don't have the Atlas Bar, we bring that specialty cocktail experience to the den area. On Azamara, it's all about destination immersion, connecting with the people and the cultures. So what we've done is destination immersion elevated, a deeper journey, a greater story. And our four pillars are destination expansion, going to more places, authentic local cuisine, onboard cultural events, and elevated excursions. So we're tripling our once in a lifetime experiences from 6 to 22, with 33 additional country intensive voyages and 82 new ports going through 2027. 7 new Amazing journeys in 2025 and 2026, including an immersive 3-night experience in Tokyo and Kyoto, which is a deep dive into Hinduism and Indian history during the 3 nights in Mumbai and a 4-night adventure to the hidden gems of Santiago, Uruguay. So our Amazing journeys are 3 and 4 night pre and post, and then we have our 2-night city stays, including Bangkok, Bridgetown, Barbados, Malaga, Spain, Mumbai, and New York City. And expanding our late nights to 51% and offering nighttime excursions. New ports of call are 43 in 2025. Quebec, Nagoya, Japan, Iceland, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Martha's Vineyard. New ports in 2026, Cabo Rojo, Klawuk, Alaska, Mombasa, Kenya, and Rockland, Maine. And in 2027, Kona, Hawaii, Le Havre, France, Fort Lincoln, Australia, Hichinakan, Japan. I think I did pretty good there. So really, really exciting. And then the authentic local cuisine. I was able to experience this on the recent voyages that I did in June and July, and I was wowed. So we have what we call our little daily news program, The Insider, and I don't always look at it. So I was touring in Greenock, Scotland, which was an amazing day, came back on board. My friends that I was traveling with did a different excursion as I toured around with a girlfriend that lives in Scotland. And when I came back, I'm looking outside, I'm like, wow, what's going on? So these are my actual pictures of the destination dinner, which was the local cuisine. And I was able to taste some haggis, which I didn't think I would enjoy, but I loved it. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. We're bringing in a lot of local entertainment. Our cultural engagement with 30 new Amazing evenings. If you're not familiar with an Amazing evening, this is a bespoke exclusive event that is done off the ship on the majority of our 9-night and longer voyages. If it's not off the ship, there are times that we bring it on board. This year, we officially launched Stories Under the Stars, a fireside type of event on the pool deck. And we've got our destination speakers and our cruise director. I have a great picture to show you in a little bit. Hot cocoa, s'mores, and things like that. Over 200 local entertainers will be joining us on board. Again, when I was in Venice and I was able to see the local entertainment, the opera, it was wonderful. In addition to the Scotland intensive and the Croatia intensive voyage that I escorted, the local entertainment that we brought on board was just phenomenal. The spa is offering new destination-oriented treatments, which is really exciting. One of our new Amazing evenings is the Beatles tribute performance, which sounds so excited. We all love the Beatles. When I was in Scotland, I saw the Red Hot Chili Pipers, and it was so cool. They entertain all over the world, and it was just really, really cool. It was a rock and roll concert with bagpipes. Wonderful. So here's the stories of Under the Stars. I know it's not dark yet, so in many areas of the world, it gets dark much later. We've got the blankets if it's a little bit cooler out, some evening treats, and it's just a really cool experience. One of my favorite evenings is our white night. Everybody dresses up in white. We bring in the local cuisine, and our entire staff is cooking for you. It's dancing, it's music. This is myself with Captain Carl, who's amazing. Richard, our hotel director, making crepe Suzette. And then I did some small intimate excursions on board, and I met some friends, which is this shot here with 3 couples from New York that I'm still in touch with, and then just hanging out with some of my favorite travel advisors. Azamara White Night is just iconic. No one does it like Azamara. It is wonderful. So our elevated excursions, this is really exciting. Of course, we offer excursions that might be a group of 40, but we also offer small intimate excursions, and that could be 6 to 9 people. This was something that I did in Split, Croatia, and this is where I met my new friends. It was 9 of us in total, 3 couples, myself, and there was a single woman that was traveling with her mom. What we first did was we did a historical tour. We met with our first chef, then we went to a vegetable market, then we went to a fish market. We met our second executive chef, and then we went to a culinary cooking school where I didn't do this, but we gutted fish, we made black risotto, we made dessert, we made grilled vegetables. I mean, it was a feast. The coolest thing is within 48 hours of arriving home, I received all the recipes and the pictures from the event. So this was an Azamara excursion, and it was wonderful. So our traveler, who should you all be targeting? Now that I talked about the amazing things that we're doing on board and our amazing itineraries, we are empty nesters with an explorer mindset. Our guests are active. Our average age is about 62. I will tell you that traveling this summer, I saw mature young adults. I saw some little kids. Families are going to Azamara, but it's not families that are looking for camps. It's for families that want to get immersed in a destination, the people, and the culture on a small boutique ship. And that's Azamara. Looking for experiential travel. 83% of our guests are baby boomers, 66% are married, 80 plus book with a travel advisor. Now I say without a travel advisor, you're on your own. Majority are retired or close to retirement, and the average booking window is 9.5 months out. But we are still finding that people are booking last minute. And we have some great itineraries still available in 2025. Who do you want to target? You want to target past river cruisers. There are only so many rivers that you can go up. Azamara doesn't claim to be a river line, but as you saw with Bordeaux and in Seville, we go up many rivers, but we offer more. Customers of premium cruise lines that are maturing in their vacation evolution. I'll use myself as an example. I started my career many years ago at Carnival Cruise Line. I've matured. Once you go on Azamara, it's hard to go back. Land Tour FIT. Experienced travelers who have never cruised before. Many people are finding Azamara because of our itineraries. So the land FIT client. Put Azamara in that plate of recommendation when you're planning a land itinerary. Look at Azamara, maybe pre or post going on a river cruise. The value proposition of Azamara versus a land Greece vacation, for example. Value, lower costs, more inclusive. You visit more destinations, You unpack once and relax. You're spoiled. The service level, the convenience, where we dock, and whenever we can, we do try to dock. Personalized service, cultural experiences, onboard destination experts. 98% customer satisfaction. Now I'm going to move over to one of my favorite subjects, and that's groups. We love groups at Azamara, and a group is 8 staterooms. Now we have 3 different types of groups. Standard, open promotion, you block a group and you sell into it at the marketplace offer. But if you have a true affinity group, you're able to get group enhanced pricing. You work with your local strategic business development manager, and they can lock in the price of the group for the life of the group. Meetings and incentives usually fall within our contract pricing, which is 25 rooms or more. So for contracted groups, 25 rooms or more, and then under 25, you would book through our group department. And we have group concierges that are there to assist you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about group development because many of you might be thinking, I've never done a group before. You can also look at what's on your bucket list. What do you want to escort and promote a sail with me type of group? So affinity group ideas can be educational, personality, bridge, mahjong, university alumni, nonprofit. Golf groups are very popular. We have an exclusive partnership with Perry Golf. Wine and culinary. Our itineraries offer the best for wine and culinary. Special interest, radio. What's the benefits of group travel? First of all, it's a great way to build your base. It deepens your relationships. It's a way to get repeat FIT. And once you do one group, that's your annuity to do a group the next year and the following year. People feel safe when they're traveling within a group. You're creating lasting memories. And again, it's the best way to build your business and make money. So our group guidelines, they're available on our Connect site. But here's a quick little snapshot. You can block a group of 25 staterooms and you will have that inventory before you have to put a deposit for 180 days. Apologies, for 90 days without a deposit. 8 staterooms means group. $50 deposit within 90 days of creating the group because we want to give you time to promote it. Our TC ratio is 1 for 12. That means you sell 6 staterooms, you're going to get 1 bed free. In order to get a free stateroom, you would have to sell 12. And then there's our deposit policy. And then we have gap points. Gap points are group amenity points where you can add extra. Whether you want a cocktail party, a wine tasting, Wi-Fi for one device, specialty dining, champagne, bonus commission, flexible tour conductors as 1 for 10, and fundraising amenity. Now I'm going to highlight the fundraising amenity. If you have a nonprofit organization that you have a passion for, and then you want to help raise money, you can do our fundraising program where you use the gap points and you would earn $200 per stateroom. And that's for any 501(c) that you can do this with. Onboard credits, upfront stateroom, flexible tour conductors, and bonus commission. So that is our Group Amenity Plus program. And for all the details on our groups, flyers, anything you need for Azamara, you want to bookmark connect.azamara.com. This is your travel partner portal. This is where you'll go for the Azamara World Academy. And this week we just launched the next chapter on Alaska, our Res A global reservation system. In order to get a travel advisor rate, you must take the Azamara World Academy. In order to attend a ship inspection, you must take the Azamara World Academy. So bookmark this, look at this QR code. Everything is on connect.azamara.com. Our current offer is our immersive sale that'll run through September 30th. It's available on about 200 cruises through 2026, and this is up to a $750 onboard credit. Here's our amazing team. We have 8 strategic business development managers that are seasoned and want to work with you. If you do not know who they are, please reach out to salessupport@azamara.com. Dondra is our CEO. She's amazing, and she's leading Azamara to the next journey, and it's a great journey ahead for us. Michelle Art-Isabel is our Chief Sales Officer. I lead the West and Kia National Accounts, and my counterpart and friend leads all of Canada and the East and inside sales. So we've got a great team to support you, and we want to work with all of you. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully, I'll be able to answer any questions that you all have. And again, thank you for joining us today to learn all about Azamara.
Lori, thank you so much for taking the time out of your afternoon and sharing everything new and upcoming with Azamara Cruises. You were getting lots of hearts and claps throughout the presentation. If you could, for those advisors who may have missed it, could you go back to the slide with the QR code that they need to scan?
Sure, no problem.
Perfect. And that is also where they can find where, like, if they need to contact their dedicated sales manager, that's where they can find that graphic as well of the map.
Sales support at azamara.com if you don't know who your sales manager is.
Okay, perfect. All right, and now that we've just got all of that administrative stuff taken care of, just to kick off our Q&A portion, I really enjoyed the part about the local cuisine excursions where you get to cook with local chefs and everything like that. And I think that's a good place for us to start in terms of accessibility to that excursion, right? So could you just talk to us about accessibility of the excursions getting on and off the ship, and then if there is a dietary restriction that one of our clients may have, how can they still take advantage and really experience everything that Azamara has to offer in terms of onboard and offboard excursions?
Okay, that's a great question. On board, if you're gluten-free, vegetarian, celiac, or anything like that, you need to let our call center know in advance so we can give a heads up to the ship. But gluten-free, we have gluten-free menus. Vegetarian, of course, we have. Now, if it's something that you're doing as a shore excursion, there is a complete description when you download the PDF of all of the different shore excursions, so you can see if it's accessible, if it's strenuous. I'm going to give you an example. I did a bike tour in Croatia, and I was in a port called Kulija. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I was there in 2022, but when I was there in 2022, I did a scooter. My husband was driving it. It was easy. So I did this bike tour, and it was not an electric bike. It was hard. Now, I think I'm pretty in good shape. I loved it. But on this tour, there was someone that was 80 years old, and they had to get a driver to come pick him up. So you need to make sure you're reading the description before you sign up, because it'll tell you if it's strenuous.
Great. And could you just go into detail about if one of our clients may have a walker or a wheelchair that they might need on board? How do they go about making sure that, the state cabin is accessible to them and that they're able to just move around board freely like any other client might be?
Okay, so we have some staterooms that are accessible and we hold them aside for our disabled guests. So again, you would tell our call center and we would make sure you were assigned in one of those staterooms. And we don't sell them until the last minute because we do hold them aside for our physically challenged guests. We do require that you're traveling with someone that's able-bodied, but we have handicapped guests traveling with us all the time.
Perfect. So it sounds like if any of our clients have any accessibility needs or just need any extra assistance, just to reach out to the sales support email or to their specific sales team person. Is that correct, Lori?
I would say our call center, not to our sales team.
Okay, so go to the call center. Do you have a phone number that I can drop it here in the chat for our agents?
Give me a second on that because I will have to look that up, but I think I have it. I do. 1-855
Mhm.
292 6272.
And I am dropping that in the chat for everybody if you'd like to write it down. And I do have one attendee here asking if we can go back to that QR code. She did miss it when we went back to it. Great, and we'll just leave that up for everyone. And just moving on in our Q&A portion here, Lori, I know that you mentioned that you did your first, was it a 12-night cruise? Is that what you mentioned?
It was the first time I ever sailed for that long, 12 nights, and I didn't want to get off.
And so I think that's a good just like story to tell. And could you just kind of give us how you made that decision to go? Because 12 nights is a lot on a ship, especially for your first one doing that long. Could you just talk to our clients or our agents about how they can maybe convince a client who hasn't sailed that long, how to maybe convince them to get onto an Azamara ship for a longer sailing?
Okay, I love that question. So for me, it's two-part. Years ago, my daughter was younger, and I wouldn't leave her for that long. My daughter is now 23 years old as of yesterday, and now I'm able to go for that length of time. And when you're traveling to Europe and you're going to a destination that you've never been before, and I was doing Scotland and ending in Ireland, for me it was, I want to see a little bit of everything. So I went in a day early to Scotland. I'm sorry, into London because I love London. And then I stayed 2 nights after in Dublin. The key thing is, especially as you're maturing and you're going from a contemporary brand over to Azamara and you're traveling to Europe, there is no way you want to go for 7 or 8 days. You need to ensure you're going for at least 10 to 12 days and to be able to see the destination and the different areas. So that's for me how I made that decision. And next year I'm looking again at going between 10 and 12 nights, maybe even 14.
Oh my gosh, 2 weeks. That's a whole different world that I don't think I'm ready for it. But the way that you
But you know what, Joanna? We have internet because I was on vacation, but I still need to stay connected, and the internet is amazing on board. So 2 weeks is the way to do it. Takes a couple of days to disconnect and relax.
No, I completely agree. And it's good to know that there's still internet and Wi-Fi on board. So that is also a great plus. And I think you touched on it very, very quickly. You said Azamara Cruises is great for golfers. And I'm not sure if a lot of our attendees know about the Perry Golf Cruises. Could you talk about what that partnership with Azamara Cruises and Perry Golf is and the advantages of cruising for golfers with Azamara?
Yes, and thank you for bringing that up because when I was on in Scotland, I met the group with Perry Golf, and there were 60 golfers. We have an exclusive partnership with Perry Golf, and they take care of everything. they when you're looking at the brochure, you're looking online, there's a little code that'll say, or a little button that'll say Perry Golf Voyage, and the golf package can range from 3 to 7 rounds. That is a separate price from the cruise. The great thing is I don't golf, so if I'm going with my husband and he wants to golf, he could buy the Perry Golf package, but I'll still have a lot to do. I will tell you, it's bringing to Azamara clients that might never have thought of cruising. On board, I met people that sailed with Regent. I met a family traveling, the mom with her 3 sons, and it was a trip of a lifetime. So our Perry Golf partnership is amazing, and they do a phenomenal job for us.
So it sounds like something like a group that agents could definitely take advantage of and really market specifically to that client group and say, hey, we've got something perfect for you that lets them like experience the world through their golfer's perspective, something that they're passionate about.
Yeah, and if you want to work with a golf pro and give him an incentive, as I mentioned, our group program is 1 for 12. So we also have a TC program with Perry Golf. Reach out to your sales manager for more information because the TC policy for golf, I think, is 1 for 16.
Great. And Lori, I think some of our attendees might have questions about the groups or maybe closing a sale. Are the sales managers open to joining our advisors when talking to clients to help really push that sale through?
Definitely. You need help, reach out to your sales manager. They'll never want to talk to a guest without you. I know when I was a sales manager years ago, we would set up a call and get on the phone with that consumer and talk it through so they really understand what Azamara is about.
Great. And we do have a couple more minutes here, but I think what would be beneficial for advisors is for those of us who might not have been on an Azamara ship before, but you have definitely spent a lot of time on the ship, especially in your most recent sailing. Could you just give us kind of like your 1 day description of a day on board an Azamara ship, what it's like to wake up in that luxury stateroom and then you choose your excursion and you just enjoy the culture that you are docked at or the overnight stays that Azamara offers?
Oh my God, you're asking me a wonderful question. So, I love to wake up and go to Mosaic Cafe and have a latte, because by day 2, they will know Miss Lori likes a soy latte with 2 Splenda. I'm going to go to the gym and work out because I am going to want to eat and explore in that destination. So I will get off early. I'll either do one of our excursions or I'll go off on my own if it's a port that I've been to before or we're docked right in that port. I'll shop, I'll walk around, I'll have a nice lunch. I'll come back in the afternoon, take a little nap, and I'll go back out in the evening, especially when you're there till 10 o'clock at night or you overnight. Now that we're offering night tours, which we weren't offering before, on my next cruise next year, I will go off in the evening for dinner or I'll take one of our excursions. Now, if it's a day at sea, I want to do a little bit of everything because we have a lot of activities, whether it's a chef's demonstration to something in the spa or one of the gym classes or a guest lecturer. So there's so many different things. But for me, I want to enjoy and relax. So I will take advantage of the spa. There's always spa specials. And it might be a day that they're offering the brunch, which is wonderful too. Everyone's a little bit different. So for me, it's getting that exercise in, enjoying the ship, the spa, some of the entertainment, chatting with other guests.
You've described a perfect relaxing vacation that I would love to take, Lori.
We'll have to get you on, Joanna.
No, I really sure hope that I get to get on an Azamara ship very soon. And I know this is a question that a lot of our advisors are very interested in. For those who also haven't been on an Azamara ship, are there any FAM trips coming up? Do they have to complete a certain amount of training with Azamara to be eligible for the travel agent rate?
So that is a great question. So thank you for asking this question. If you want to be invited to a seminar at sea, you need to take the Azamara World Academy and reach out to your sales manager because they're in charge of their invites. If you want to be approved for a travel advisor rate, you need to do the Azamara World Academy. We know, and we've done the stats on this, if you sail on us, you will better understand what we're about. We are that destination brand on a boutique hotel at sea, but there's nothing more than experience it. So we want you to experience it, but again, we want you to get educated and make that investment first.
Wonderful. So make sure, advisors, you scan that code and you go make your account, and you dive into Azamara World Academy. And we did have one last minute question come in here. If our agents are not registered yet with Azamara, with their account on azamara.com, do they have to have like the host agency sign up or do anything other than just make an account for themselves, Lori?
You want to ensure your administrator from your office registers you. If you have any issues, just reach out to sales support at azamara.com.
Okay, perfect. And again, that is sales support at azamara.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, I'm going to drop that in the chat for you guys here. And as for today, we are concluding our presentation with Azamara Cruises. Lori, thank you again for your continued support of not only CLIA, but also all of our CLIA advisors. We know that you have a busy schedule, so taking this time out to just spend an hour with us to share everything that's going on with Azamara is super beneficial. And I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your support.
Have a great day.